In the silent hills of southeastern Turkey lies a place that should not exist. A place older than civilization, older than agriculture, older than history itself. For thousands of years, these stones slept beneath the soil, hiding a truth we were never meant to forget. When researchers began digging here, they expected simple remains of hunter-gatherer life, nothing more. But what they found rewrote the story of our past. A carved stone fragment, shaped with intention, etched with purpose. It was the first sign that something extraordinary lay beneath. Slowly, the earth peeled back, revealing symbols carved with precision no prehistoric tribe should have possessed. And then, the first ring appeared, massive pillars arranged in perfect geometry. This was no shelter, no simple gathering ground. These pillars were measured, aligned, understood. Two central stones stood above all, like guardians of an ancient truth. Their arrangement formed a geometric pattern far more advanced than the age would allow. Carvings flowed across their surface as though telling a story beyond words. Foxes, cranes, serpents, creatures carved with deliberate meaning. These symbols were not decorations, they were messages. The patterns repeat, connected by intention, guided by belief. The entire enclosure curves as if shaped for ritual purpose. Light drifts along the stones, revealing the passage of 10,000 years. Each symbol may represent forces of nature, cycles of life, or deeper spiritual beliefs. Göbekli Tepe is not just old. It predates every known temple on Earth. Dating places it around 9,600 BC, 7,000 years older than the pyramids. No writing, no pottery, no cities. And yet, they built this. Tool marks reveal mastery far beyond what early hunter-gatherers should possess. Was this a sanctuary, a gathering place, a spiritual center? Pillars rise like ancient markers, reaching toward the early sky. Wind sweeps through the open circle, whispering forgotten ceremonies. From above, the design is unmistakable, intentional, precise, unified. Multiple rings connect like the organs of a living structure, each with a purpose we have yet to decode. Why were these animals carved here? What knowledge did they represent? Were the stones aligned with the stars, mapping constellations? Long before astronomy began, night after night, the sky drifts above the pillars as it once did for the builders. At the center of the site lies the heart of the mystery. A sacred core where ritual, knowledge, and belief once converged. As the excavation expanded, new enclosures emerged from the dust. Each newly uncovered stone deepened the ancient pattern hidden beneath the earth. Layer by layer, the builder's intention became clearer. This place was no accident. Each circle carried different symbols, different alignments, different energies. Their arrangement suggests a long-forgotten system of understanding the world around them. The alignment of stones hints at knowledge shaped by observation, ritual, and time. Some pillars form directional paths, as if guiding movement through ritual space. Others stand like silent witnesses, holding stories carved in living rock. Some pillars seem positioned to guide movement, almost like an ancient ceremonial route. Every enclosure held a distinct purpose, reflecting a complex flow of ritual activity. Subtle carvings appear on the edges, suggesting messages meant for those who knew the code. What seemed simple at first glance revealed deeper layers of knowledge hidden within the stone. More carvings began to surface, foxes leaping with motion, birds stretched with elegance, and predators shown with impossible detail. Insights hidden here suggest a broader system of beliefs expressed through animal symbolism. But then came a discovery even stranger. A single pillar carved with a belt and a loincloth. A human figure, or something more than human. The figure's posture carries an authority, as if it once guided the rituals practiced here. Its presence suggests a story shared through symbols rather than spoken language. Scholars call it the gift bearer. Some believe it represents a guardian spirit. Others say a shaman or a figure of authority. The surrounding carvings appear to honor this central figure, emphasizing its importance. Each mark around it strengthens the idea of a structured belief system at work. Tools found on site reveal a shocking truth. The builders used flint and stone, yet carved limestone with astonishing smoothness. Even the smallest fragments show craftsmanship far beyond primitive expectations. Were they more skilled than we imagined, or did they possess knowledge we no longer understand? The spacing of the stones hints at coordinated gathering, perhaps a rhythmic communal ritual. Nearby, another enclosure suggests ritual gatherings with stones arranged in perfect circular harmony. These pathways may have guided participants through stages of ceremony or learning. Every direction seems intentional, forming an interconnected spiritual landscape. Buried beneath layers of soil, scientists found evidence of repeated construction. Older rings below, newer rings. Beneath the top soil, older layers reveal a timeline of knowledge evolving over generations. This meant the site evolved through generations, each layer building on the previous one. The deeper the excavation, the clearer the continuity between builders becomes. Their skills, passed across centuries, shape the identity of this sacred site. Some carvings show animals in motion, not static, but alive, capturing movement like early animation. Symbols appear arranged with deliberate balance, perhaps reflecting natural cycles. Their flowing motion may represent celestial rhythm, as seen by the ancient sky watchers. These images may reflect stories, rituals, or cosmic beliefs. Here, the carvings hint at stories carried through seasons, stars, and memory. Some scholars think the animals represent constellations, mapping the night sky onto stone. These final symbols suggest a transition point, bridging belief and deeper meaning. As more rings came to light, their complexity revealed a society far more capable than once believed. These stones were not randomly placed. They followed rules we have yet to decode. Some researchers think Göbekli Tepe served as a ritual hub, drawing people from distant regions. Others believe it functioned as a ceremonial school, a place where ancient knowledge was taught. One enclosure appears aligned with the rising sun, suggesting a connection to seasonal cycles. Its pillars form a narrow passage, perhaps marking the first light of a sacred morning. Another ring points toward the night sky, leading scholars to suspect astronomical observations took place here. Was this an early observatory or a stage for cosmic ritual? Animal symbolism continues across the stones. Fox, crane, serpent, boar, each carved with masterful precision. Their patterns might reflect mythic stories shared across generations. One enclosure contains symbols arranged in sequence, almost like a narrative. These repeated patterns hint at a structured belief system, far older than writing itself. Some scholars believe the builders encoded a cosmic map, linking Earth to sky. The distribution of animals, directions, and designs suggests cosmic relationships. In the center of multiple rings, two massive T-shaped pillars face each other like guardians of forgotten wisdom. Their silent presence holds a tension, as if protecting a hidden truth. Small fragments found nearby show early attempts at miniaturized symbols, prototypes of beliefs later preserved in stone. Each broken piece carries traces of intention. At the edges of the site, researchers uncovered tools shaped with surprising accuracy. These tools suggest specialization, craftsmen dedicated to shaping limestone with exceptional skill. Across the soil layers, scientists detected multiple rebuilding phases. This was not a single creation. It was a long-term cultural effort. The deeper layers reveal earlier versions of the same structures, implying a knowledge system refined through centuries. Göbekli Tepe evolved alongside the people who built it. Some enclosures appear intentionally buried before new ones were built over them. Was this part of a ritual cycle or a symbolic rebirth? The repetition of patterns from layer to layer suggests continuity of belief. Their traditions were preserved not through writing, but through stone. Climate studies reveal that this region once transformed, and these structures may reflect the shifting world around early humans. Symbols may hint at environmental memory. As the Ice Age receded, new plants and animals appeared in the region. Some scholars think these changes influenced the rituals held at the site. The presence of feasting remains suggests large gatherings once took place here. Communities may have traveled miles to share rituals beneath these pillars. Charred remains hint at controlled fire use, perhaps for illumination, perhaps for ritual cleansing. The stones still hold chemical traces of ancient warmth. Nearby carvings depict vultures hovering above headless figures, a symbol scholars debate to this day. Some interpret it as a ritual of transformation, others as a passage to the afterlife. This imagery echoes across multiple enclosures, suggesting a deeply rooted cosmology. Göbekli Tepe may have been a gateway between the physical world and the spiritual realm. Some enclosures appear designed to host gatherings that mark transitions in the lives of early communities. Their arrangement hints at shared beliefs passed through ritual rather than writing. In certain rings, carved patterns repeat, suggesting recurring ceremonies tied to the cycle of seasons. The stones echo memories held long before recorded history. A few symbols resemble celestial patterns, clusters that may align with ancient skies. These carvings could reflect early attempts to understand the movement of stars. Across the site, evidence of coordinated construction becomes undeniable. This was not the work of a scattered tribe. It was a unified cultural effort. Support structures reveal planning, stability, and an understanding of load-bearing design. Such knowledge was thought to emerge thousands of years later. One area shows signs of ritual placement, stones arranged with quiet precision, as if marking a sacred moment, perhaps ceremonies once unfolded beneath a rising dawn. Fragments of pigments found near certain pillars hint at painted symbols or decorated surfaces. Color may have added layers of meaning, now lost to time. Other carvings depict fierce animals standing in dominant positions. These figures may have represented forces of nature, guardians, or ancestral spirits. Some stones bear marks that resemble early counting symbols, small tallies etched in sequence. Perhaps the builders tracked seasons, people, or ceremonial cycles. The landscape surrounding the site suggests long-term settlement patterns. Communities may have gathered here in pilgrimage, uniting through tradition and shared ritual. Charcoal traces near certain rings suggest controlled fire use during ceremonies. Flames may have illuminated the symbols, casting shadows that brought them to life. Nearby animal bones indicate feasting, a vital part of communal gatherings. Celebrations may have followed rituals, strengthening the bonds of early society. The deeper excavations reveal repeated burial of enclosures, as if each structure completed a cycle of significance. New rings rose where older ones once stood, preserving continuity of belief. This cycle of burial and renewal suggests a worldview rooted in transformation. The people here honored the past while building toward the future. Toward the central region, some carvings show human-animal fusion figures. These may reflect mythic beings, guardians of knowledge or spiritual intermediaries. Other images portray vultures overseeing human forms, a powerful symbol scholars still debate. It may represent rebirth, ritual transition, or the journey of the soul. As the final layers were exposed, the site revealed a timeline of belief, craftsmanship, and ritual complexity beyond expectation. Göbekli Tepe emerged as the first chapter of humanity's spiritual evolution. In the end, the builders buried the site themselves, sealing their knowledge beneath the earth, perhaps to protect it, perhaps to honor it, or perhaps so future generations would rediscover it.